If I were to come out today and say, I don't want gaming of any type in the city of Fort Wayne, would I not be then taking a significant amount of power away from the people as far as the democratic process, or vice versa? Again, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, this is a decision that will have a long-term effect on this community, one way or the other. Because if we say no, then we've stopped any discussion for future mayors as well. If the citizens make that decision, all 100,000 adults or whatever we have in this community, that makes it pretty clear, whether it's your current mayor or the mayors and city councils to come, that this is what the citizens of Fort Wayne want, which will save us thousands of dollars in the future as far as mayors wanting to make a determination. So that's why I have been pretty adamant about my stand on making sure that our citizens have a voice in this decision-making process. And I will continue to make that stand.
Do you feel would you be concerned with the amount of money that a casino or a gambling interest would have to dump into a campaign versus a group that's maybe against it?
You
would
know,
that
that's
be
a good
concern?
question, and I've heard from both sides on that issue as well. Mayor, if there's a referendum, you're going to have all this money pumped in from the casinos, pushing in favor, and you're going to have all this money coming from the religious right, you know, and opposition, and so on and so forth. And probably the casinos are going to win out because they've got pockets pretty deep and so on and so forth. But don't forget, last election, Ohio had a referendum, and it failed. So they don't always pass. Some of the cities in Indiana that currently have casinos failed the first several times they had referendums. They ultimately passed, but they did fail the first few times. So don't automatically think because it's going to be a referendum it's going to pass. Okay? I want to thank you all again so very much for coming today. I thought a brief outline of our response to the legislative action that was taken during this regular session and the extra inning session might prove to be important to you. So thank you all again.
Do you feel the electric issue is now destined for court in some fashion?
I hope not. I really hope not. I hope that Indiana and Michigan will come back to the table and talk to us. We have made a determination that it's our best interest to open this up for RFQs from other companies. And there are others that have talked to us already about the possibility of sitting down and talking to us about being our electric provider. We didn't want to have to go there, but we thought it was necessary to let I&M know that we were serious about the necessity for us to try to come closer together to make sure that the citizens of Fort Wayne's needs were met, not only from a provision of service perspective, but from a financial perspective as well. I hope that for the sake of the citizens of Fort Wayne and the 33,000 customers and the footprint that we're talking about, that they will come back to the table and talk to us and try to get this solved without us having to go to court to try to settle this, because it could end up costing the taxpayers and the ratepayers ultimately millions of dollars.
Are you financially prepared for that if it does have to go to that level?
How much money do you have? We're going to have to cross that bridge when we get to, I really don't know where we're at on that.